Good morning, and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings, Los Angeles. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Friday, March 20th. You'll be interested to know. 206 years ago, today in 1820, Susan B. Anthony was born into a Quaker family in Adams, New York, growing into a tireless advocate for women's voting rights and social reform. Her lifelong leadership helped build a nationwide women's suffrage movement, laying organizational and legal foundations that propelled later successes. So now you know. And now, it's time for the Surf Report. This morning, it's looking clean with waves around 2 feet. Conditions hold steady through the morning with the wind staying onshore at 1 to 2 miles per hour. By noon, expect the wind to pick up to 4 miles per hour, but waves will remain at 2 feet. The swell is shifting from west-southwest to southwest as the day progresses. Best time to ride is at 7 a.m., with the 1 foot incoming low tide when the southwest swell is 1 foot at 16 seconds, and the onshore wind is 1 mile per hour. The first high tide on Friday will be 4.5 feet just before 11 a.m., followed by a half-foot low tide at 4:45. The nearshore buoy at Santa Monica Pier reads 66 degrees for the water temperature. Conditions start clean with 2 to 3 feet on Saturday morning, ideal for catching waves. Expect a slight drop in quality as winds shift onshore in the afternoon. Sunday brings a steady increase in swell to 2 to 3 plus feet, maintaining clean conditions throughout the morning. Monday sees a return to 2 feet with fair conditions, but lacks the excitement of the weekend. This morning, there's patchy fog, and it feels like 68 degrees with no wind. The sunset will take place at 7:05, and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:55. Looking ahead in the weather. Saturday will be mostly sunny with highs near 64 and a northeast breeze up to Skip. Sunday and Monday warm up with Sunday near 68 and Monday near 72, staying partly to mostly sunny with lows in the upper 40s to mid-50s. A slight chance of rain returns Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night with highs near 71 and overnight lows around 57. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, dozens of shipping containers were lost or damaged while en route to the Port of Long Beach, with at least 32 containers going overboard during a storm at sea involving the OOCL Sunflower, which was traveling from Kaohsiung, Taiwan to the West Coast. Another 57 containers were reported damaged after the ship berthed at the port, prompting authorities to establish a 100-yard safety zone around the vessel. Crews performed emergency lashing operations to secure the damaged containers, and officials confirmed there have been no reports of hazardous releases or pollution from the incident. Now on to sports. We have our first big upset of the 2026 NCAA Tournament. Number 12 seed High Point shocked number 5 Wisconsin with 15 three-pointers and 13 offensive rebounds. High Point entered the tournament as the third most likely underdog to advance to the second round, and they did. Now they face number 4 Arkansas with a 30.8% chance of another upset. High Point's previous success came from their rebounding and shooting ability, which could exploit Arkansas. In local sports, the Lakers are on fire. Luka Doncic dropped 60 points last night as LA downed the Heat 134 to 126, extending their winning streak to 8 games. LeBron added a triple-double while tying the NBA record for games played. The Lake Show heads to Orlando tomorrow afternoon to face a Magic team clinging to a playoff spot. Over in Westwood, UCLA tips off in the NCAA Tournament today at 4:25, a 7 seed, taking on 10 seed UCF in Philadelphia. The big news, Donovan, Dent, and Tyler Bilodeau are back after missing the Big Ten tournament with injuries. Dent's been brilliant of late, and Bilodeau leads the team at 17.6 per game. Meanwhile, the Dodgers open their final spring training tune-up tonight against San Diego at 6:05. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the newly named opening day starter, takes the mound with Ohtani at DH. Opening day is Wednesday. On the ice, the Kings dropped a heartbreaker last night, falling 4-3 to Philly in overtime on a fluky deflection. They host Buffalo tomorrow as LA battles for a wild card spot. In top news, you might soon be able to watch Apple TV in your car. When it is safely parked, obviously. Code references in the latest version of iOS to a surprising new feature in CarPlay, the ability to play movies and television shows in your car. The first string reads, "When you are not driving, open Apple TV on iPhone and review the privacy information." The second states, "When you are not driving, sign in to Apple TV on iPhone." This discovery hints that progress is finally being made in integrating this feature. In business news, the United States military's request for $200 billion in additional funding for the Iran war faced significant opposition in Congress on Thursday. Both Democrats and some Republicans questioned the necessity of this funding after substantial defense appropriations last year. A U.S. official confirmed that the Department of Defense has asked the White House to approve this request. Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth stated, "It takes money to kill bad guys," emphasizing the importance of funding. Lawmakers have expressed concerns about the escalating costs of the conflict, which has already exceeded $11 billion in its first 6 days. Opinion polls indicate that only 1 in 4 Americans supports the war. In crypto movement, Bitcoin is down 3.5% for the week to about $70,000. Ethereum is down 1% to just over $2,000. And XRP is unchanged at $1.45. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk science. 43 years ago, scientists dropped gophers onto a volcano, and today, they are tiny heroes. What began as a bold experiment has proved to be a significant ecological intervention. Following the eruption of Mount St. Helens in May of 1980, scientists released gophers to stimulate beneficial bacteria and fungi. This action helped create a microbial community that improved nutrient retention for plant life. 6 years after the gopher introduction, the area flourished with 40,000 plants, while untouched plots remained barren. Now, decades later, mycorrhizal fungi continue to support thriving vegetation. This highlights the vital interdependence of nature. And in entertainment news, Spider-Man Brand New Day is already web-slinging its way to history. The Sony Pictures trailer, released on Wednesday morning, has become the biggest trailer of all time with $718.6 million views in 24 hours. The Spidey trailer broke the previous record held by Deadpool and Wolverine, which had $365 million views. In just 8 hours, the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer had $373 million views, breaking the record by Deadpool 3. Spider-Man Brand New Day hits theaters on July 31st. Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from the American suffragist and women's rights advocate, Susan B. Anthony. And she said, "Failure is impossible when we stand united for justice and equality in the face of adversity." And that's a wrap for this morning. You can check out our Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for some captivating aerial videos with local news and the surf reports. Have an amazing day, my good friends. We'll see you tomorrow with another episode of Sunny Mornings, Los Angeles.